Hey everybody, welcome back to Northernlion. Please Binding of Isaac. Afterbirth Plus Booster Pack 5 version number 14.0364, repeating of course. Wyviswy Dibik is what I've always said. We gotta deal with a little highway blindness here, cause on the last run, your boy got gifted. I mean, this is a good start. I mean, come on. You're gonna tell me you don't want to see a shot speed up when you're using predominantly melee? Well, we only know we're using melee for now. Be careful with that. You know what I was gonna say is one thing we should work on, and it's oh god, this feels like a new room. One thing we should work on, and it's relatively minor until it isn't, is, you know, we have a situation like this is a perfect example. Stem cell showed up as an item we could grab there. Maybe we want to grab it as the soul instead of grabbing it as Bone Lord. That way, you know, we're getting a spirit heart out of it instead of getting a bone heart. Now, a bone heart is useful and harder to come by probably than a spirit heart, but, you know, at the same time, you can see what I'm getting at here. Especially if the HP were, like, lower on one than the other, which it, like, literally is. But more dire on one than the other is probably a better way to describe that. So yeah, that's one room, one avenue for improvement, if this is my report card. How do people do report cards now? When I was a kid, all the way up through high school, we got percentages. I really don't like a letter grade based system. I don't understand it. Kind of reminds me of the debate between, like, Fahrenheit and Celsius, where people who use Fahrenheit are like, well, I'll accept that Fahrenheit is not as good for, like, scientific stuff, but it's better for temperature, completely unrelated to the fact that I grew up with it. If you say so, dude. I mean, everybody knows what 90 Fahrenheit is like, and I mean, sure, you could represent that in Celsius temperatures, but then you gotta put a decimal point in there, you're just gonna intimidate people. I don't know if that's necessarily the truth. Put me in, coach. Help! But it's like, you know, we've always used percentages. I like percentages. I think percentages give you a non-interpreted way in order to know how well you did. You know, you get a 60, you got 60% of the marks of the class. You get 100, you got 100. You get 110, then you go, okay, so I understand. This is, you got a teacher who's, they've given you some kind of extra credit and you think you're some kind of Albert Einstein or something like that. What, you think you're better than me? What's going on with this? Okay. We have a charge shot. Whoa! What? What is this? This is incredible, is what it is. It's a growing bone. It's like they built the whole game, or the booster pack at least, to be as lewd as possible. This is incredible. And also hilarious. I can't wait to see what other plausible synergies could show up here. Okay, it does affect our rate of fire a little bit, but, you know, I don't know about that one. The school that I go to now, they give you a percentage grade, and then they also give you a GPA, which makes no sense to me. And I'm like, you already have the percentage, why do you need the GPA? It just doesn't make any sense to me on a logical or illogical level. You already have, why are you taking the number, my bone heart, and converting it into another number that makes no sense? It's the same thing we get in these discussions on the NLSS sometimes. I was gonna tell you, in Canada, an 80% and up is an A, alright? And I know a lot of people, they get a little uppity about that. You know, we have people who average more than 90, but it creates a situation. In America, a 90 is typically A and above, is what I'm getting at there. Excuse me, sir. I would like to get a key. But we just say, you know, we count an A as a 90 and up. That's why whenever I heard someone say, you know, straight A's in a media property growing up, I was like, well, it's good. Don't get me wrong. It's not like it's bad. But it's not that impossible to obtain. Like, it happens all the time. We had, like, you know, a quarter of our graduating class or something like that was up there. Maybe we should have taken the shovel, but I don't know. I'm content with our decision here. Maybe we'll see how some angel deals interact here. But the thing is, if you're going wow, it's so lenient at a Canadian school. You can get an A with an 80. Over here, we need a 90 or a 92 or something like that. It doesn't matter because we don't use the letter system to that degree. You know, it's not like you're applying for colleges. They're like, he's got straight A's. You're applying for colleges, and they're going, okay, he's got a 91.6 average or something like that. You get what I mean? That's why it's confusing, and the GPA thing just adds another level on top of it. And then also, for your soft skills in school, homework, punctuality, demeanor in class, you don't get a percentage. We got like a letter. There's like a needs improvement, satisfactory, good, excellent. And I'm here to tell you that stuff, that was the real meat of the report card. If you're in like an Ontario high school right now and you're getting those kind of grades, those are the ones you should be paying attention to, because that's what you're going to use your soft skill to market yourself later in life. You ever hear the expression like, 50% is just showing up, 50% of anything is just showing up? It can be the truth in a lot of situations. Now, if everybody shows up, you're going to find yourself in competition. That's where your other skills can differentiate you. But, 50% is just showing up with a smile on your face whenever possible. A lot of people, and myself included at times in my life, I definitely got lower marks than some of my classmates in college because I didn't pay attention to the 50% is just showing up rule. I thought I was naturally clever, and I was, but I was so clever I thought myself out of straight A's. Anyway, I don't know what I'm talking about. I'm getting distracted. Anything to distract me from this growing bone? Butterbean. Oh, thank God I didn't take the shovel. I would have missed out on flipping Butterbean. Anyway, it's good floor. I'd like to get an angel room as soon as possible to capitalize on our current situation, but, oh, hello, my friend. What? Oh, you explode as well. It's gonna take me forever to commit that to memory. Just get used to it. I genuinely believe the 50% of anything is just showing up sort of rule. I think it works for like YouTube collaborations and stuff like that, and Twitch streams and stuff like that. Maybe not so much, like on the NLSS. We got kind of like a cast of people that, we mostly do stuff with, but it's true, the people who show up with a smile on their face and are like, oh, hey, AAA tetrahedron, you're showing up. Thank you so much. People that show up, they got a smile on their face. They're like, hey, when do we start? You're like, I can do collaborations with this person all day. Oh, people giving you a little him and ha. Oh, I gotta take a break. Oh, I gotta go to the bathroom. Come on, you're working with me. We don't go to the bathroom, okay? We go in a soda can that we keep under our desk at all times. We dump it out at the end of the day. Fertilizer for the plants. We run a green show here, okay? 50% is showing up. 44% is not going to the bathroom. 5.5% the smile on your face. And then this is where, like, if I had the ability, in the memory of this song, what is it? 20% concentrated power of will, 40% pleasure, 40% pain, and 100% reason to remember the name. That adds up to, like, more than 100%, though. Yeah, because they're in a class where they think they're Albert Einstein. That's a callback. Not a strong callback, but I would describe it as an acceptable callback. I don't know how we're doing on bone hearts here. You know what? Perfect opportunity to show off this guy's special and spectral abilities, I might add. Rubber cement is not a big enabler on our current run. It's not like that really makes the difference between like a great run and a bad run. I love that the head kind of sucks up the shots as they come in as well. Can you stop it, please? I'm trying to run an episode here and get a deal with the angel if possible. Maybe even kill Mega Satan. I don't know. We killed a lot of good stuff last time. A lot of those optional bosses went down. Sure. Pay to win. It's good. Not in the industry, though. Extra, extra. NL says pay to win is good. That's not what you're gonna lose me, the gamer demographic, without a context quotes like that, okay? I mean, I certainly do not care about Butterbean, but unfortunately Butterbean is not a trinket, it's an item, and as a result... I'm just trying to see where the secret room might be. As a result, that doesn't really factor into our equation. I'm not even sure why I brought it up. Dude, we were talking about it on Roundtable. Oh, remember? Look at that. Now we definitely want to go to our shop. I understand that there's cynicism in the gaming industry, like a lot of it, for real. I feel like it's gotten a little bit better recently, to be honest. I feel like people are largely... It's been a good year, you know? Last year it was like... I played 400 hours of PUBG and I hated it. This year you're like, hey, God of War came out and it's one of the best games ever made. So I think people are largely like in a pretty good mood in gaming right now, but... Dude, we were talking about it on Roundtable. This is what I was going to say in the first place. Free-to-play games are in such a good spot. Like, I feel for developers that are trying to make, like, $30 titles, and they have to compete with Fortnite right now. And I know not everybody... People are really cynical about Fortnite. Don't cut yourself on that edge. You're entitled to dislike whatever you dislike. You know, Fortnite makes up, like, 11% of the content on my YouTube and Twitch channel. And whenever we play it, they go, too much Fortnite! 2 Isaac episodes a day? Not enough Isaac. 20 minutes of banger Fortnite banter with a reality TV show champion, my oldest friend of all time and Best Boy 2016. Can it? I don't want to see it. It's like a political thing. It's like Fortnite's become like One Direction or something like that 6 years ago. Because that's where all my references are from. They're not all from 2012. They're all from 6 years ago. Whenever you're watching this. Get deflected, son. It's like, hey, did you hear that new Justin Bieber song? It's actually kind of, I can't shake a stick without somebody mentioning Justin Bieber to me. You know he got arrested 5 years ago? I hate him. Anyway, help me. I forgot what I was saying. Oh, but like, yeah, like you're, okay, I'm coming out with a $30 game. It's a multiplayer-focused shooter. Harkens back to the glory days of Twitch shooters like Quake and Doom and etc. etc. And they're like, well, like, have you seen the Battle Pass? I can unlock the Roy Purdy dance. Do you have a Roy Purdy dance in your $30 game? Well, I was like, I mortgaged my house to make it. Like, whatever, nerd. Give me the Roy Purdy dance. It's a tough place to be a developer. That's why I like, you know, God of War. Amazing. 60, well, I mean, it's really like an $80 game in Canada, but... I mean, $80 is $60 American. You get the idea. Please. Nobody batted an eye. Nobody went, it's good, but is it $80 good? Pretty much everybody's like, this is worth buying. 100%. I'm going to take Telepathy for Dummies just because Butterbean is so awful. Then you get into those $30 games and you're like, I don't know. It's like an 8 out of 10, but I could just keep grinding these Fortnite challenges. You know, the queues literally take 4 seconds to pop, so it's tough, dude. Are we in, like, the wrong generation? We must be. Now that a game has gone so mainstream, like Fortnite has, there must be some... I'm begging you, if you're out here, you're watching this video, please don't take offense to this if this describes you. Just stop and look inside of yourself, and we'll get through this together. There's gotta be people out there now that are like, the wrong generation, but for gamers. You know, they're like, it has to exist. I'm actually, I feel stupid that I'm suggesting that it might not, but... You know, those are the people who, they go to, like, Avril Lavigne YouTube videos and go, kids in... Ooh, Baby Bender. I don't think I've seen that before. Kids in my generation are listening to Vaporwave. I miss the days when Avril Lavigne was at the top of the pop charts. Which is offensive, because she's obviously a punk rocker. There must be that for games. Ugh. All my friends are Philistines. They only want to play Fortnite. None of my friends want to play intellectual games like Age of Empires 2 Remastered on Steam with me, because everyone's playing Fortnite. I guarantee it exists. I personally guarantee it. Now, I was told, someone made a joke, and they said, wait till you see the Holy Water and Forgotten synergy. And I don't know if it's a joke, but I'm assuming it's a joke. Because at one time in my life, I made a joke and I said Holy Water is better than Polyphemus. Don't take that out of context. People took it out of context, but has been a funny kind of thing, a callback for us to refer to. Little in-joke throughout the Isaac cinematic universe, if you will. So yeah, there's no synergy. They were having a laugh. And that's okay, we have fun here. Tears down. No, don't walk. Well, you could walk into it. I don't think you should. But you could. Because you get, you know, you have 6 hearts anyway, but I don't know. At this point, I think I'm like, I'm done with this area. I can go down to the next floor. I need to see the wrong generation for gamers. I don't know. I think it's because I'm not saying I'm on the older end of the gaming sphere. I don't think that's true. I'm definitely going to use this to escape the clutches of the nefarious boss rush. By the way, the moon card, that is. But I'm not on the young side of the gaming industry for sure. So I don't have to deal with my classmates talking to me about Fortnite all the time. Maybe I don't understand what it's like, but trust me, you know, as someone who was alive, you know, 19, well, I mean, I'm still alive, hopefully, as of the time of this recording, and, well, definitely as of the time of the recording, but hopefully also as of the time of when it goes live, I believe. Hey, another Tears downgrade, which I took because I'm not blaming you, Justin, but you did sign into Grand Theft Auto 5 right as I was taking a pill, and that made it impossible for me to see what the pill actually did in the bottom right corner. So I'm not blaming you, but I am just gonna say that was a little inconsiderate of you to just like sign on to play a video game while I'm playing Isaac, because like you really, you made me look like a fool there with my pants on the ground. Got my hat turned sideways, gold in my mouth. Anyway, I lived through... Ooh, we don't want this. 1991 gaming, all the way through to 2018. Why not? We're charging up on the regular. I'm not gonna say it's as good as it's ever been, because that's the kind of statement that requires you to have like some kind of evidence to back it up. But things are good now. You should be thankful. Because, you know, one man's low wrong generation is another man's low right generation. I definitely grew up in the era when pop punk was, like, taken off, you know? Sum 41, Avril Lavigne, SR71, a lot of bands with, like, a blank 1 in their name. Blink 182's Golden Age, etc., etc., you know? I lived through that. And at the time, I was like, this is stupid. None of my friends want to talk about the Talking Heads 1982 album, Remain in Light. And then, you gotta imagine, you know, when Once in a Lifetime was on MTV, there were probably people that are like, oh, this guy in a big suit's so annoying, I just wish someone would talk to me about, you know, the Beatles' Rubber Soul. And then, you know, back when Rubber Soul came out, people were like, oh, these 4 lads from Liverpool are dominating the airwaves, honey. Nobody wants to talk about Bing Crosby anymore. You know, the wrong generation is in the eye of the beholder. So you're growing up in this, like, you know, the heyday of Fortnite. Your kids might come out and be like, dang, dude, you grew up when Fortnite was, like, you were alive when Fortnite BR came out? Now we live in Fortnite Landia. And every morning at class we gotta do the Roy Purdy dance. Orange Justice. You gotta love the skin you're in, dude. That's all I'm saying. Did I steal that from a makeup commercial? Maybe. Okay, you are destroyed. And we're basically just trying to finish this bad boy off. Get out of here. Grab a cool synergy on boss rush. Teleport out and hope that our teleport card leads us to the item room we haven't already been to. And hopefully we'll get a Tears upgrade to compensate for HC Justin very rudely, very rudely blocking. I can't even say it. It makes me so mad, honestly. Yes, I'm being serious. Why do you ask? Am I gonna fight both these angels? I don't know, dude. Yeah? I mean, I know he's not gonna drop anything beyond consumables, but, like, what if he does? We've been lucky, by the way. We've gotten HP in spades on this run. So really, like, I should be paying attention to our bone hearts, and definitely not. Oh, filigree feather. Wonder what that does. That one is not even a joke. I just don't even know what that one does, even though we've had it fairly recently, I think. And if you say we haven't, trust me, I got about 18 videos in backlog that disagree with you from the other save file. If you were going to think they were from this save file, I'm like, how would I have 18 videos of backlog on this save file you haven't seen? Just run through the mechanics in your head. It doesn't make any sense. Okay, we got Bumbo. We got varicose veins. I mean, I think out of all of these, varicose veins is probably the best item. But many people will disagree and say Bumbo, and they're not even necessarily wrong. So here's the thing. Both of these items are decent, and Rune Bag is better than decent. But with 2 item pedestals here, I think you gotta go for broke. And I was genuinely thinking about taking Fruitcake there and seeing what it did to the bone, but I thought of it too late. Wafer is great, but it's a little boring, to be honest, so I'm gonna grab Monstro's Lung instead and just see what happens. Yo! We're like an anime wizard or something. We charge our bone, we swing it, and then it fills the room with little chocolate bones. This is incredible. It takes about 100 years to charge up, but, I mean, you know who's to blame for that. You, Northernlion, for taking the pill you already took before, and you know it's a tiers downgrade? No. HC Justin, for very rudely signing on to play Grand Theft Auto 5 in his leisure time, popping up a little alert in the bottom right of the screen, and, well, really just ruining the whole thing for everybody else, is all I'm trying to say. Oh, NL, you don't be nice to him. You know what? You're right. He's a nice guy. I'll call off the dogs. Utero 1. HP is a problem, but, I mean, our pH is real good. We're not acidic. We're neutral, baby. We're distilled water. You know the chart. We're not even at milk level. That's too basic for us. We're at the distilled water level. So Yera will save for the chest. You know what I want to do? This floor is like a reconnaissance floor. I want to get an idea of how our damage compares to a large enemy. Because we haven't had Monstro's Lung very long. Yo, I thought I just killed an enemy with contact damage. Maybe not. So I don't know how great our damage is, you know, relative to a boss right now. So now we do to some extent. Oh, this is ideal. You're very lucky. So I want to fight a real boss from this floor and then see how we fare. Because I think that, you know, if we walk up to Mom's heart and we just like go and it dies, I should probably fight Hush. I mean, I think we'd be, jeez, it'd be a little foolish not to. And what our other shots look like? Also not bad, but not nearly as cool as our melee. So for now, I'm real glad I didn't go with the wafer, but it's a decision that, you know, oftentimes as life goes on in this game, I've been known to regret. Look at that, it even works at range. This is actually like a functional ranged melee build. Again, not as much of a, you stepped on the creep, you idiot. Not as much of an oxymoron as it was like a couple weeks ago before this booster pack came out. You can also just, like, smack things. Things still die to a smack. Please don't be a tiers downgrade. That's comical. Range up? Dude. Ooh. A little spooky there. I would love to see... Oh, that's pretty good. That was pretty bad, though. I'd love to see a high-quality deal with the Angel. And that's what we're going to do instead of a deal with the Devil, because I am a fool. Perthrow is exactly what we want right here. 48 hours. Ooh, you gotta just go with the Halo on that one. That's a no-brainer. Alright, down to the next floor. Right now I'm erring on the side of not fighting Hush, just because, like, my non-melee build, it doesn't seem bad, but it doesn't seem good enough to be, like, excited to fight Hush. It seems more like I'd probably be, like, annoyed. So I'm gonna stay away from that for now. Plus, like, I can't lose this run with the glowing bone. It's too perfect. Absolutely. I took Perthrow instead of Yera? Am I a fool? You know, it's funny. There are people who will respond to that, and I know this because I spend a lot of time on Twitch TV. They'll be like, yeah, NL, you're a fool. And they'll go on thinking, got him. I set you up for the joke. That's my dunk. You just scored a slam dunk on a basketball net that's 3 feet high. It's made for as a toddler-sized dunk. Don't get too excited. If you start dunking on those 10-footers, sign me up. You know, for a while, like, I never realized. Of course, it was the most exciting part of basketball. You know, the tactical foul management in the final minutes of the game to try to get as many free throws as possible. No, obviously it's, you know, a sick Vince Carter-esque slam dunk over somebody else's head. You know, I used to watch sports highlights before school, and every time I saw a basketball highlight, if it was a dunk, I was like, it's the same dunk over and over. It's just like, and then he goes up and he dunks it, you know? I was starting to get disillusioned with the dunk. Then I got older. Thought about it. I was like, why do they always show slam dunks in highlights? And I realized, you fool. It's because a grown man who is a professional athlete just jumped over one of his peers and, you know, accomplished his goal basically by going through him as if he was nothing. Well, this is a per-throwable situation. Perhaps there is a Lord above. The mind is really the big one there. It's like, you know, it's like you worked in an office and your boss was like, you know, you had a great idea, you brought it to them, and they were like, no, that's a stupid idea. So you took it to the CEO, and the CEO was like, that's the best idea ever. That's why they call it a slam dunk when something awesome happens. You basically, this guy has trained his whole life to stop you from slamming dunks. And you walk up to him and go, I think I'm gonna slam the dunk today. You jump over one of the tallest men in the United States. And just put the ball in the basket right there. And there's nothing he can do about it. It's amazing. It's the most, like, alpha move in all of sports. You know, in football they do some amazing stuff, you know, when they're running a kickoff back for a touchdown, they do all sorts of spins and jumps and stiff arms and stuff like that. And in hockey, you know, you get these incredible dekes sometimes, or like bone-crushing body checks. I don't know if anything so closely resembles, like, going over to another caveman's tribe and just, like, taking his dinner more than a slam dunk. It's like a show of pure physicality. Shall we? I think we shall. Our luck stat is 1. You know, I'll tell you what. I'm going to do a couple of rooms here. I'm not going to beat myself up over it too much, but I'll do a couple of rooms to see if we can pull out some statistical improvements. And you know I'm in for the long haul, because I even did the big rooms here. I mean, our damage is awesome. I didn't even attack that guy and he died. That's the opposite of a slam dunk. That's like, I don't know, what's the opposite of a slam dunk? Like a managerial change in the front office? Is that a tack fly? What happened? You've lost weight! Stay away from me. Well, okay, we'll do the classic little chest maneuver here. What's the classic chest maneuver? It's very simple. You do every room until you get to Isaac. And Once you're Blue Baby, I should say. And once you get to Blue Baby, you go, okay, I'm not going to kill Blue Baby, but this is where I'm going to stop my, this is where I'm going to stop my fun run for now. We're going to go back. We're going to fight Mega Satan. You should not do that. You should kick it open. Still kind of stinks, but actually, you know what? I'm willing to try something. Let's use Doctor's Remote against this guy. Not nearly as cool as I thought it would be. Very good damage, and actually probably better damage than Guppy's head would possibly obtain for us, but I thought it would do something cool with the bones. Because Dr. Fetus does sometimes. Alright. Get me out of here. You know what? We'll do this other room as well. Oh, I regret this, like, literally instantaneously. Alright, let's do it. I think we're ready. I think we're gonna do fine. This is another fun run. Dude, it's just the most fun character in the game right now. Partly due to the novelty of them, but they're actually also just really, really fun. And the number of different synergies, it makes every run a joy to experience. And they're not even paying me to say that. I forgot we had varicose veins. That's how good the run is. Alright, well, fine. I'll do it myself. Okay, so I'm going to smack him in the face. He's going to summon some angels. They're going to continue to get smacked in the face. That guy lives through one shot, barely. You're going to get smacked in the face, and then you're going to do something. You're going to smack you in the face, you're going to go away. As soon as you come back, I'm going to drop a sick Doctor's Remote attack on you, and you're probably going to be done, and we're going to... You know, it's another video with a little unlocking potential, apparently. I have no idea what... Was Baby something we unlocked? Nothing wrong with that. No delirium, please. I'm done with it. Thank you. I really appreciate not even forcing me to make the decision. Hey, thanks for watching. I hope you've enjoyed the episode. If you did, click the like button. It helps out a great deal. Of course, subscribe if you want to see more in the future. For now, thanks for watching, and I will see you next time.